Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Footy with Trudy. My name is Adosa. I'm with Skip and Kachi, light crew today for midweek games. But we're going to be discussing Amorim and his Man United versus Arteta's Arsenal. So yeah, just to get us going, Kachi, how did you see this weekend games, especially as you guys ran riot again?
I saw us winning, but I did not see us winning by 4 goals. That's for sure. That hasn't happened since Ole that we've won a Premier League game by four goals, right? So that was a huge surprise. And even the 2 goal scorers, anybody that would have bet money that Xerxes and Rashford scored 2 goals each, that person must have been a time traveler because there's nobody that would have. I would have probably said Ahmad or maybe somebody else or even Garnacho, but yeah, I think it was a good result, but Everton started very well. I give them that. If they are taking one or two of their early chances, it'll have probably been a different game. But yeah, some of those players are showing promise. Ahmad is doing well. Dalot, Mazraoui to me, I think is Man U's signing of the season, if not the Premier League signing of the season. How Bayern gave us that guy for 12 million is unreal. So, but yeah, so far so good. I think I like what Amrin is doing. He's giving every player a chance. So once he starts doing his craziness and shipping guys away, it will not be that the fans will not be like, oh, you've not been given a shot. They've given Rashford a shot. They've given everybody a shot, right? So we'll see how it goes. Long may it continue, Sha. But I'm not getting too excited. This is just what 7 games in or 6 games in. So 6 games in and he's undefeated. So far so good. Long may it continue. But I know against us now, it's gonna come down to reality. A draw would be a fantastic result. Let's be real. So yeah.
Interesting. Well, I can tell you how you got Mars, but I don't think we want to get our podcast listed on YouTube. So let's skip that topic. But yeah, I think I've been quietly impressed with United. I mean, I can still see things that make me optimistic that it's going to fail, but it will come down to the amount of patience like fans show him, in my opinion. Skip, did you have any thoughts about United this weekend or?
Nothing solid is everything. Like again, you can't make any decision or you can't have any feeling based on everything. And even during last week, midweek, the Europa, the team they played, I didn't expect them to even go down. I was expect so like I cannot make you can't make a decision based on those two teams. Although you can only be the team in front of you, which they've done the job, but you can't be there like, oh, United are back, or like, oh, Amorim ball is there. Now let's see against Arsenal. And going forward, let's see when they start playing team. Like if they play Brighton today, are we going to be like, oh yeah, are we expecting the same thing? If they play, let's say Aston Villa, if they played which other team, Fulham, are we going to be expecting? So like, let's see when they play those middle teams that are like solid enough. But right now, based on Everton and what's their name? The other Europa League, is it Bodo Goma or whatever their name?
Bodo Glint.
Yeah,
But Glint, yeah.
yeah, Bodo Glitz. Like I can't really make any. I cannot make any decision. And against if Ipswich, like you look at them and you're like, why did you play that bad? But like you understand it's just like a few days training, so you can't really make any decision based on that. But let's see.
Nice. Okay. So, Kachi, I had a question for you. I was talking to Skip about this before we started recording. Traditionally, 4-3-4-3 doesn't really work in Premier League. Traditionally, right? We've seen Conte do it at both Chelsea and Tottenham, I believe. We've seen other teams kind of try to do it, but they always change. What do you think is going to be different about Amorim's 3-4-3 at United that will make it a long lasting? Because this guy doesn't change the formation for anybody. So, yeah.
I think he will definitely need to buy his players. I think at some point, a lot of these, especially the wing backs, are going to run out of steam with the games coming thick and fast. He might have to adjust to some variation of that formation. But for him to stick with this 3-4-3 with this team all the way through to the end of the season, we're gonna leak a lot of goals, in my opinion, if we continue with it. But it's his formation. I think United fans will forgive him if he doesn't finish in the top 10. And I know that some people might say that's setting the bar too low, but I'm like, we've seen managers come in, have no style of football, and win us a cup or two. First season, we get excited. United is back. Second season, they get fired. So if he's to start slow and steady, I will gladly do that and then give him money over a few transfer windows to gradually ship out the players he wants to leave, and then bring in some youth from our youth team, and then see who he can sign on the cheap. But we'll see. We'll see. At this point, I think he's going to stick with the 3-4-3, but I think it's going to be a tough watch because I think Man U games will either be high scoring for sure, where the opponent scores and we score, or we keep a clean sheet and win one or two goals, win by 1 or 2-0, and we miss so many chances because our forward line of Rashford, Garnacho, and Xerxes, I don't see between three of them. I don't even see them scoring up to 50 goals across all competitions. That's how low the bar is, right? So yeah, it's gonna be a tough watch. With Xerxes, rumor saying he might be going out on loan in January. We'll see.
That's interesting. Loan in January after signing for 35 mil, 40 mil. Well, it's so interesting because I think it's like perfect for that, like the double 10. Him and Bruno makes a lot of sense in that position. But I guess we'll find out.
If you
Yeah,
don't
sorry,
mind me,
Skip, you can
just
go. Yeah.
when it comes to the 3-4-3 formation, it's a solid formation. You won't lose a lot of games, but winning them will be difficult at the same point. And I don't think he's going to get found out in like the next 2 years. But I believe he's a young manager, more like this new generation that they always change their tactics a little bit here and there. So I expect him to do the same thing, not be like, oh, 4-3-3. Again, you are in United, you are not in Sporting. Like, you are not better than 99% of the other, like, of the teams in the league. You have to change and adjust. If you don't do that, you will be out of a job soon. That's just the fact. Pep Guardiola learned the hard way. Klopp too learned. Like every manager learned the hard way. Like he will change it, or else he will be fired. And when it comes to like his three up front, I'm wondering what he's going to do with his wingers, like Garnacho's, Rashford, and Ahmad, because he likes playing 2 10s. So let's say Bruno is one. I'm just wondering who is going to be the other 10 or the other guy in that position. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, thanks. I was actually about to like move on to like the players that would think will actually survive in his team. Because when I look at them, that double 10 thing you just mentioned is actually the weakness in this team. Because the double 10s, Bruno, gosh, I will insult him to death on this podcast, but deep in my heart, I know he's a good player. I think Zex is also a good player. But in that midfield, like Casemiro and Manu, I guess, but he's not playing this midweek game. So Ugarte,
Yeah,
like
he
those.
got the yellow card, so it's probably gonna be Ugarte.
So does that give you enough where you're playing serious things?
Wait, so
No,
I think
for
no, no,
sure.
no. I think you guys are misinterpreting the role of those double six in 3-4-3. They are not there to control game. They are not there to do anything fancy. Their job is to stay compact and protect the back three. So when the back three the back three actually moves wide, right? So those front 2-6, they are meant to stay. So it's meant to be triangle. The center back and the two this thing. There's meant to be a triangle there. So yeah. So like that is their job. They are not meant to be. They are not there to control game. They are not meant there to do anything fancy. And that's their job. So if they do that, the midfield they have is good enough. They just need more legs. So if Eriksen and Casemiro goes, they are still going to buy another DM or another defensive-minded midfielder. You cannot play someone like Fabregas, the Eriksen, the what's his name, the Brunos. You cannot play them there. You need a defensive-minded midfielder, not particularly just a sitting DM, but a CM that is defensive-minded. They are not there to control games. They are not there to be doing and Busquets. No. They are there to provide defensive solutions.
So my question then is how many teams have we seen in this version of the Premier League that vacate their midfield actually thrive? Because at this point, you're telling me about Unai Emery and the donut midfield. So, like, what's the difference now?
No. Again, they are not vacating the midfield. They are still in the middle.
No, so
But they are
what I mean is like if they're not going to be on the ball and the guys ahead of them cannot hold the ball, then you're
That's
not.
why they have wing backs. If you notice, when you're playing the wing back system, most of the boys on the wing. That is like their wing back is meant to be the one. And that's why if you remember during Tuchel time, Guardiola was like, oh, they are so wide at the same time they are so compact. It's because they retain possession on the wings a lot. And it's always a triangle on the wing. And that's why you have the right-sided centre back playing with the wing back, with one midfielder just shifting a little bit to that side. Then you have the attacking distance. That is how they play. Then you have the 2-10 basically moving to that side. Then you have the other winger just hogging the line, and you see them that free. It's because they retain possession on the wing, not the middle man. If you
Can see
look
it. I
as a
can see it.
Chelsea player, I've witnessed again. Okay, as a Chelsea fan, I've witnessed a lot of that formation. So basically, I've watched a lot of that formation in action.
Yeah, but then it didn't. So that takes me back to how we started the conversation. It didn't work after one season.
Why you need again, and that's what I'm saying is more of these new generation coaches. You adjust. If you say you play 3-4-3 today, maybe you will change to 3-5-2. You adjust. Maybe instead of playing 2 10s, you look at someone like Werner. You know the way Tuchel play Werner. Werner was more of like a winger slash a 10. You look again, you have to adjust it. The structure can still be the same thing, maybe, but you adjust how you move and how the players move and all of that. You can adjust. It's the same way Teta, the Guardiolas, they've changed the 4-2-3-1 slightly into 4-3-3 with the way they use their 10. If you've
Yeah,
noticed
but we
that.
don't even play 4-2-2 at all at Arsenal. So, like, functionally, where they
Yeah,
start, yeah,
that's what I'm
sure.
saying. And that's what I'm saying. The structure is the same thing, but the way player moves, which Salah to Salah is a winger,
A
but he's more
striker.
of a striker.
He's a striker.
Again,
Let's stop lying
no,
on
no,
this
no. That's
podcast.
what I'm saying.
Man is
Again,
a striker.
that is what I'm saying. That you can change it, and formation is basically useless nowadays. Formation is basically useless.
I don't. Okay,
Okay,
so
do you remember Sheffield United? That he
yeah,
was playing that overlapping
centre
wherever.
back.
Was that
Yeah.
guy really a centre back or a midfielder?
I mean, he started as a centre back. He was a centre back. He just had freedom to go.
Yeah, and that provides what an extra position, an extra body in the midfield and in attack when they're attacking.
Yeah.
So again, formation nowadays, you're going to get fired. Okay, so answer is you're going to get fired if you're like, oh, I'm going to play 4-4-2 the way 4-4-2 is being played, and I'm going to stick to that, and that's it. You will get found out soon, and you will get fired if you don't change.
And let's touch on Daesh, the greatest football mind of our time. Well, okay, so I guess I'm not trying to like shit on Amorim or anything. I'm just like, so I want us to have an honest conversation on like what to actually expect from United. So I'll just lay down my case and then we can go from there. So essentially, I think that the 3-4-3 can work, but the players will be the downfall to start. But then even in trying to replace some of these players, I still don't see what's different in the sense that we played Sporting, City played Sporting, and apart from variance and just like storm luck, Sporting should not have gotten anything against City because City were just tearing them apart for the first start of the game. And Arsenal did not even get out of first gear and we just tore these guys apart. So it's entirely possible that this guy might be a good manager, but he's taking a mid-table job. And so he's not going to get his ideas across. It's like Company from Burnley to Bayern. The ideas that he's using at Bayern are the exact same ideas he was using at Company, just better players. Sorry, at Burnley, just better players. So because he's a good manager, he's able to translate. But then what happens when you leave the best team in your league to join the mid-table team in England? You get found out, unfortunately, because mid-table has some truly insane talent in terms of managers. I mean, see Brighton. We don't even talk about Brighton ever cracking top 4, top 10 of Turks, and they have a manager that is younger than some of us on this podcast, right? So, like, I'm struggling to see how you want to play. Let me put it this way. Everybody is raving about Gravenberch. When he played against Rice, nobody knew who Gravenberch was on that pitch this season. right? So you cannot put you cannot just put Casemiro and Ugarte and be like, oh yeah, they're going to run everybody down against a team that's going to just pass the ball around them when they come close to them. And if your plan is long term to just keep on putting legs there with no technical security, then you've already failed. Because this league doesn't really work like that anymore. Because you need to marry size and talent at the same time. So, Kachi, what do you have to say about everything I just said?
I think we definitely need legs in the midfield. Like the midfield is where we're lacking, that's for sure. Casemiro has to go. Eriksen has to go. At least 3 or 4 midfielders. We need 3 or 4 new midfielders, I would say, within his system that we're not going to break the bank for. But you know, if Manchester United comes in for a player, the player is worth 20 million. His agent and the club are going to be asking for 60 million. So therein lies the problem. So I think he's going to have to do a mix and match in the sense of promoting from the youth system, maybe even going down to the championship to scout better. But we know Man U has not scouted well in God knows how long. So he's going to have to sign his own players. But I also think he's going to have to be flexible in the sense that there are some games where the 3-4-3 will work and there are some games where he might have to play 3-5-2. And with Skip in the sense that he cannot be solidly sticking and playing 3-4-3 for 60 games in the season. It's not going to work. Some games you play even 4-4-2. Even within the same game, you could play 3 or 4 formations depending on which player you have coming on. Right, so I think that's what he's going to have to do to be successful. But yeah, he's coming into a Man U team that on paper they have the highest wage bill, but as per talent level, the players are not where they need to be. Casemiro is probably he's been there, done that, so the legs are not there again for Casemiro. To me, somebody like Maino is more one for the future. Garnacho and Rashford. Garnacho, in my opinion, is just a younger Rashford. He's who Rashford was when Rashford was his age. I don't see him developing. I think he's even a worse. I think it's actually worse than Rashford was at that age in terms of goal scoring and wasting chances and decision making. So I think, and Rashford, I don't see Rashford all of a sudden becoming like a 30 goal a game striker. To me, I think he has, if I can say it, I think he has peaked already, right? I think at this point, it's just like his decision making has not gotten any. The only difference is now that maybe he has bulked up a bit and can maybe choose and pick his spot. But in terms of fitness, he's nowhere near where he needs to be. So I think there's a lot of work for him to do. I think the forward line and the midfield are probably the two he needs to address the most. I think the defense is kind of okay. Someone like Luke Shaw needs to leave the club. Like they just need to void his contract. I'm sorry. Like you cannot be coming for a job where you show up 40% of the time and you're forever injured. And you've been at the club for 10 years. Like
We have
how?
Chilwell. We have Chilwell in case you're looking for that.
But at least I'm sure Chilwell has played way more games for Chelsea than he has missed. Definitely nothing compared to Shaw. Luke Shaw's zone is insane. This guy has been a Man U 10 years and he's probably been injured for I want to say 4 out of those 10 years if you count the number of games the guy has missed. It's almost like when a new manager comes in, the guy will all of a sudden become fit and start playing. Or when he's around contract time, the guy will play like 10 solid games. The crowd will be like, oh, he's getting good again, and they'll give him a new contract. And then the guy is back to being injured. And with what Mourinho said about the guy just cannot keep fit. Like if you notice his weight fluctuates a lot. So all that could even do with fitness and diet and what the player is eating and all that. Because the club can only do so much, right? It's at the end of the day, it's still up to the player. You're a millionaire, you can hire a nutritionist. Like you don't expect people to feel sorry for you. This is your job. When you're retired, you can eat whatever you want to eat. But you're a player, man. Like if you're not going to be able to run, and that's one of the guys who want to put at wing back, sure he ain't going to be able to cut it. See Malasia. Which game was it? The game we played in the Europa League. They beat the guy, and I feel sorry for the guy
The
in the
guy
sense
just
that
came back from injury now.
no, but that's what I'm saying. No, he just came back from
Happy
injury, and
to-
no, he just came back from injury. But look at where how far away he is from his fitness level, and then look at Shaw. That I don't even know if like Shaw's zone. I'm not even sure if Shaw has even started. They put him in the game on the weekend, but Shaw's zone, I don't even think he's one of those players that even when he's fit, his fitness is not where he needs to be, nowhere near. And then you're not asking him to do the wing back position job where you have to
I
be
don't think he'll play wing back for you guys. Definitely like left centre back.
unless that. But if you put Shaw on wing back, he's going to get found out. So, but yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what Amorim does. But to me, with Man U, it's the 2 year cycle. Every two years, we want a new thing. So, and to me, there's not that many managers lining up around the block wanting that job because the job is a poison chalice in the sense that you take the job, you get fired, you get a huge payday, but almost everything goes downhill from there, in my opinion. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. I think for me, I'm more interested in who Pogba signs with in January.
What
That's
if he
who I
comes
would
back?
to
It's
Man
funny because
U.
that's exactly who you need. Like someone who can defend but can
No,
also kind of hold the ball.
I think Real Madrid could use him. That's just me. Real Madrid, those Pogba like Rashford passes from Mbappe to run onto. To me, I think it's a match made in heaven. The guy can give you probably 20 games between January and summer. That's it. Florentino Perez, what else do you need? And then by summertime, all your injuries are back, and then you reevaluate. But to me, I think Pogba will be motivated. But that's just me. But to come back to Man U, nah. I think that ship has sailed. My guy doesn't want to come back to all that, man.
Never go back to your exes.
Go to Spain and enjoy your football, where they will give you time on the ball. You can do your flair. Oh, yeah, it would be good.
Interesting. So let's shift gears more towards the game on Wednesday. I know Lissandro is out and Manir is out. I don't know if you guys have any injuries per se. Ahmad had no contact injury during the game this weekend, right? Is he fit to play?
Yeah, I know he'll play. If Ahmad doesn't play, who else will play? Ahmad is playing for sure.
So who do you think is going to be starting that game for Man United?
I don't know which formation we're going to play, but definitely Bruno, Mazraoui, De Ligt, obviously Onana. I could see him starting with Garnacho. I just don't know why. I could see him starting with Garnacho and bringing Rashford off the bench. Who else? Hoyland for sure. Hoyland for sure. Because we need somebody that can press. We need legs. I will not go. I will say Ugarte, but I will not even go with Casemiro. I'll probably go with Ugarte and somebody else. I don't know who. No one's coming to mind now. Because Casemiro, like in the midfield, we need legs. We can't afford to have old men in there. Because man, Odegaard will tear us to shreds. The way Arsenal are playing now. If Arsenal get 7 chances, they score 6, bro. Like
We're not that ruthless,
bro,
unfortunately.
it's not even fair. No. Like you guys are the team now. Like if we're not careful, and what's at Emirates, right? Our record there is in abysmal. When was the last time we won at Emirates?
I mean, not the last time you beat us at Old Trafford too.
No, but what I'm saying at Emirates, I don't think we've won. I think we've won 1 game, 1 or 2 games since you guys opened that stadium. Like no joke. Like 1 or 2 Premier
Sounds
League games
unlikely.
away. No, I'm serious. Check what's Man U's record. Actually, let me look it up.
Why can't you looking that up? William, what are your thoughts on who's going to be starting for United? You're muted.
United, I believe, is going to be Onana, Mashwari, Delight, Luke Shaw, then Dallo, Casemiro, Ugarte. Wait, Diallo, Casemiro, Ugarte, Dallo. Then then it's probably going to be the same front three as Everton, which is Rashford, Bruno, Zegzi.
Like, I won't say
That's again. Which other option do they have? Where is it going to come? Like what other option?
Maguire. Maguire over Shaw for sure is. See, let me tell you one thing right now. If you guys show up to that game and you don't have Maguire in your defense, we are scoring from a set piece twice. Twice.
Do you know the problem? Maguire cannot. I don't think. Again, this is just a theory. I don't see Maguire as a right or left center back because here's
It's
the
a
thing.
center CB.
As I said, okay, then we will play they will move the light over.
He's better than him in that position. It's a center CB.
Okay. If they play Maguire as a center DDM, okay, good. Then Delight and Maguire. I think their problem, most of the errors comes when they have to go out wide to tackle or to mark someone. If you go look at most of the errors, like when they have to leave that center back and go out, like either go to left back or right back to tackle to mark someone, that's when you see they don't know what to do with the ball. Either passing or the ball, they don't know what to do.
But
So
isn't
if
that
there's
kind of the problem for all center backs unless we're talking about like the really elite ones?
not really, no. It's just managing of space. And that's what I'm saying, Luke Shaw. So if they play Miguel, but Miguel, is it fit? Is he even fit? When last was? Yeah,
I don't know. I think he
He
yeah,
came
came
on.
on
He came on
midweek.
the last game. I wouldn't say he's fit to start, but I could see him coming
yeah,
off the bench at some
yeah.
point.
He's not starting. He's not starting. So,
Looks like Gabriel is about to break some records for center back goal scoring.
But
That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it would be interesting to see. But I agree with Skip in the sense that if Maguire plays, you definitely move over the lead and leave Maguire in the middle. You can't play him on the wing of any of those 3-4-3. Well, it'll be interesting to see, but me, I'm worried because Arsenal now are scoring goals for fun. This is the kind of game where you would have had people like McTominay, I call them the plumbers of the team, the people that can cover ground in the midfield.
You mean your
They have
bruisers?
legs. Yeah, people like that, right? People that have legs that you just put them in that midfield and play 4-5-1 or 4-1 variation of that. But yeah, we'll see. But we need to have some form of level of. The thing is, we have to pick our poison. Who do we want to kill us? Do we want Odegaard or do we want Saka to kill us?
I mean, they're on the same side, so theoretically you can
And then
solve
if
them
we if we
together.
if we if we're not fast enough getting out of those two, they play Timo Werner in, not Timo Werner. What's his name? Havertz in, right? So
You just call Kai.
Kai
Let
Havertz
me
in.
check that
So
is racist.
we have to either way,
Not all
man. But
Germans look alike, actually. Last time people thought that it created problems in the world. Let's not start that rhetoric again.
that was an honest mistake. No, I can't compare Kai Havertz with Timo Werner. Two different players. One plays for Spurs, one plays for Arsenal.
All I just know is Dallo and whoever play on that left hand side, they're going to have a tough day with Saka and Odegaard. And
My
Couldn't
God,
be a
like
deadly day.
they have to make sure they sleep well. They
It
have
couldn't
to
be a
make sure they
deadly
sleep
day.
well. I don't even know who the referee is going to be in that game. If it's somebody you can run a quick VAR payment to,
No, but
but
the VAR ref is the same guy that sent off Saliba in the Bournemouth game, the Liverpool fan.
yeah, that's a red card. So he
Yeah,
did his job. He did his job. He did his job. If you're asking him not to come and do his job because he did his
I,
job against
I'm not,
Dortmund, I'm not
I'm
sure
not,
what.
I'm not arguing this whole red card this thing anymore. I
So
can see that nobody wants to.
Garnacho and Rashford need to be put on alert. So if you run through and they blow, even if they just blow you breeze,
All the
you
best to them.
fall.
I think Rashford is not going to like that Ben White is not playing, so that is his customary deflected goal not happening. But yeah, I'm looking forward to who will play because I think Gabriel might be an injury doubt. Same thing for Thomas Partey too.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll see.
Partey is such a good player. I'm not sure like why his body keeps failing him. Like
His
I'm
body
just
fails him so much.
Guy
yeah.
is like 46, man. Let's be serious. He's 46. There's no way me and that guy are the same age. He's 46 years old. Definitely 46 years old. Okay. Do we have predictions? And
Okay, I've found all my stats. So the last time Man U won in a Premier League game was 2017 at the Emirates. Premier League, not FA Cup. 2017. That was the last time we won at the Emirates. So we've either taken an L or drawn. I think it's like two draws and like 6 or 7
If I'm
losses.
going to predict, I'm going to say Arsenal 3-1, but I'm hoping for a draw. The 1-1
we
draw.
won. You think they're going to use up their one goal against us this season in this match? That's crazy. Kachi, what score are you expecting?
For some
Or what
reason,
score
that
do you want?
defense hasn't been as good as last year when it comes to
Mr.
just
Thomas Partey.
yeah. So
I don't
wherever it
Because
know.
of
is,
Thomas Partey.
Something tells me 3-2. Something tells
We
me 3
too.
2. Gabriel and Saka to score for sure. Definitely penalty for each team. Man U for sure will collect at least one penalty. But I know we will not have up to 30% possession. I can give you that. 30% ball possession. If we pass 30% ball possession, we've tried. But these guys are gonna run. These guys are gonna run us. And my problem is not even the goals, is that every corner kick or free kick, indirect kick is gonna feel like a penalty because these guys have mastered the art of.
Yeah, it's
And
just
for
a
us,
ball in the air, man.
our center backs are not as coordinated with regards to corner kicks and free
but
kicks.
the
And
good thing is
Saliba
that
now,
you guys are playing three center backs, so they should be more aware when it comes to area. But hey,
they are not aware. These guys are not aware. Because all Arsenal is going to do is try and pin someone on delete, and then you have Gabriel maybe running or over somebody like Ahmad. You see some stupidness like that. Like it'll be Ahmad defending Gabriel, and it's like, bro, it's not even a competition. We'll see.
I think the three centre back then the main issue will be whether or not the full backs or wing backs in this instance will get back in time. If they don't get back in time, then well, we already know what's going to happen in that situation. If they do get back in time, which I think that they will, I don't think this is going to be a 3-4-3 game. This is definitely a 5-2-3 game. They're just like if Amorim shows up 3-4-3, I would say he's a very brave man. Now, whether that means I'm like being proud or something is a different conversation. I've never seen it work against us. Like even going back to when Wenger was here, like I used to love when guys would show up with three defenders because it just means that they don't really understand what Arsenal do. So 3-4-3, like guys are not going to know who to mark. There's always going to be space for overload. Like it could get scary, especially if you're just not going to take control of the ball. That is where the problem is for United because the counter gene is too strong with Garnacho and Bruno and Rashford or Zexi or Holland. Like those guys don't. The boy is a bomb essentially. They try to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So if you're just going to keep launching balls for Saliba to be chasing your boys back, that works for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking
It'll
forward
be
to it.
interesting to see, sure. Why are you guys not playing Sterling more? You guys don't give Sterling minutes like that. Why is your manager not giving Sterling minutes?
I don't know, bro. Like, should I
Like
give us
not
the
even
third
in
number?
like even in the league, like some games take off. Like you guys have some games where you are winning, just take off and rest Saka and
No, I
give Sterling
think
like fifth.
the opportunity cost is not worth it right now because we're trying to blood Waneri. Like 10 minutes for Waneri is significantly better for us than 10 minutes for Sterling. We're not learning anything about Sterling.
Anyway, Sterling, you can use him in the cups. You know we're playing you guys in FA Cup. They did the draw today.
Yeah, someone has paid somebody. So
In the
I
in
don't
the
know what's
third
going to
round. Like
happen.
that's just wickedness. Why are Premier League teams playing each other in the third round of the FA? Come on now. Like it's not fourth round, it's not even quarterfinals. Like this is not fair.
And then Liverpool, City, and Tottenham gets complete riffraffs. Same
Can
thing
you
for Chelsea
imagine?
too.
Yeah, after they gave us Newcastle in Carling Cup, and they gave you guys who?
I don't know. We've not
I
played
thought,
anybody.
yeah,
No, but the difference between us and you guys is we will show up with kids to play the game. So it doesn't even matter whether we're playing a serious team or not.
Nah, Chelsea shows up with the full squad, man.
Full
22
squad,
team.
man. You still cuckoo kissing up.
Every
Cuckoo
time every
kissing
time I
up. Palmer
every
on
time
the bench.
every time I tune into Conference League, I'm like, these guys are even flying with Palmer. It's not even fair, bro.
Like
Like leave Palmer in England. Even though he did not play, but like these guys are showing up with full 22-man squad.
Enzo's salary will pay the entire opposition team plus the manager plus his staff. And you still have change to flex his babes that he left his wife
again,
for. Crazy.
Tottenham went to that same competition. You know, like the craziest thing
We've
happened. I thought this was the first year that we are actually doing conference this thing.
It's
Then
not
I
too.
went to go check. Then I now
It's 3
see,
years. This is the third year.
yeah, I now saw like Tottenham went to the same competition and they didn't win. I'm like, God, these people are never going to win anything in their life.
Tottenham will lose a game in a cup final where they have no position. That's all I can say.
True.
They don't need anybody for them to fail. They're just failures. And it's fine. Someone has to have that tag. It's okay.
I'm actually looking forward to the Tottenham Chelsea next weekend because of their eye line. I want to see what Enzo will do.
Bro,
I'm
guy,
actually curious.
Jackson go cook. Where's my FPL?
I'm
Might go
actually
make
just I'm
go make some transfers.
like
I'm actually proud. I'm actually proud of Jackson. Like
same
as
here,
far as
same here,
players, like to me, I'm
same
like,
here.
bro, this is a guy like last year. His season was not that bad last year. Okay, yeah, it was missing
No.
chances last year, but this guy had a decent haul. But it was like last year, like this year, you can tell my guy went in the summer, worked on his finishing,
And that's
and
all
I'm
you
like,
can ask for. Improvement.
exactly,
Like that's all you can ask. There are players that like they don't even add anything to their games. And you're there shouting out you're on bench, how someone is saying they don't want you, how someone is saying
thank
like
you.
add something to your game. Like Sterling, I've been playing football since 16. He hasn't had
True,
a single thing to his game.
That's not
true.
true.
Please,
No,
what's the difference between
Pep,
Sterling and this thing?
I mean,
Pep added the
Sterling
decision.
now is how old is
No, no,
Sterling
no,
now?
no.
I don't know.
Even when Sterling was in Liverpool and the City, the difference was basically at City they were creating more chances and it was happening.
True,
There was
true, true,
no
true,
difference. Sterling
true.
hasn't had any. His control is still bad. Shooting is still horrible. Like His
but
timing of run is
Skip,
too bad. What has
you
he
know the one
improved?
thing. You know the one thing I give to Sterling. Sterling can put his hand up and say, "At least when I retire, this is the amount of trophies I won."
Yes,
Rashford,
nobody is disagreeing with that, but he
Rashford
hasn't
cannot say
improved.
that. I know he's not improved.
No, I think I'm not about. I don't know anything about it. I'm not about to defend it, but like
Yeah, no,
he
I'm not
started
even
playing
saying
at
Sterling is just
16.
the first. Sterling is just the first player that, like, you need to add something to your game and
True,
improve. Go look at
true.
Saka. Saka when Emery first of all brought him, he had
Saka
a thing. He
Saka
had
is
it.
not the
No,
Saka is
no,
not the average player.
I'm just saying. I'm just
True,
saying,
true,
and that is how you get to be the best. Like, look at Jackson now. I'm wondering what he's going to add next season to his game.
true,
I'm already
true,
looking forward to that. Because you
true.
can see a player that actually won this. So can you even
He's
when he
hungry.
reaches
Yeah,
can you even criticize him? You can only be
you
like,
can't.
okay, next season is definitely going to get better. He's going to add something else to this game. That's this thing. Then you have players that play this thing, nothing. Then they're asking, oh, why is he telling me?
I
Are
feel
you
like there's
serious?
somebody you have in your mind. Who is this player? This safe space. Tell us. Who is
It's
this player
Don't
that
Rashford.
you're
worry.
For
hanging
me,
with?
for
Don't
me, it's
worry.
Rashford. In my club, is Rashford. For me, my club is Rashford all day, all day.
I think Rashford is a victim of lack of consistency around guys around.
For me, he's criminal. Like he cannot be on 400k a week. I know the money shouldn't say the money, but to me, it's criminal, bro. You're not driving yourself to training. You're not cooking your own food. You're not washing your own clothes. So what is your excuse?
So
I'm sorry.
Rashford issue is his strength, the strength of space when there's space to run behind. That's still the only thing. How come you haven't let okay, let's say there are low blocks, right? How you can take on two defenders, play 1-2, and get the ball in. If there's no space, you know your own game. Like, okay, look, Rashford, his whole game is when there's space. Rashford is unbeatable in that. Okay, if they figure me out and there's no space, please, what are you going to do? Be looking around on the pitch.
Sorry. So I'm just going to say one thing. Like, if we look at, I'm going to commit a cardinal sin here. Someone like Salah, right? If you don't give Salah space, he's not doing anything. Also,
But here's the thing: Salah perfect again. There are few people. Okay, go look at Salah when Salah was at Chelsea. He's shooting. Salah was shooting and he was going to corner flags.
It's true.
Like, I'm not joking. Like, go look at, like, again, if anybody is going to blame Chelsea for losing KDB, I blame them because you can see the talent. But Salah, this guy was shooting. Church was going to corner. Imagine shooting from the left and going to corner flag. Like, imagine that. Salah came in as a sub for the beating that Arsene Wenger took from Chelsea. This guy ran into upside like 3 times. They have to call him and actually coach him out on the like place. That is
but
improvement.
wait, okay. So just using that as an example, it's not that he changed anything per se. Like
He
players that get
mastered what
caught,
he's doing.
that players that get caught on offside more tend to end up in like tapping situations more. Those are your best finishers more because they are moving almost faster than everybody else is moving usually, unless they are lazy, right? So Salah is a great player. He worked on his game. I agree, Kachi. I'm just saying that like sometimes it's what you already have. You just need to be in a team that like brings it out more,
No,
right?
no, no, no.
You
You
have
need to perfect your strength. Look at Robin. That cutting in Robin thing, you cannot stop it. He has perfected that thing. No matter what you do, you cannot stop that thing. That's perfection. If you don't want to add anything else to your game, go perfect your strengths.
yeah. So the thing now is that at Liverpool, I don't know if you watched the City game, the part I watched anyway, the goal they scored, like literally, ball gets to Trent and Trent just whacks it before anybody can set. And Salah is running away into space. So even though City had the mindset of, when they're defending, they will soak up pressure, they couldn't because you are breaking the game before you can even get there. Yet, Man U, the person that can play that pass is Bruno. And he's not in his half, he's in the other half. Right? So by the time you walk into someone that can actually pass the ball to Rashford, guys are back already. What do you want him to do? Like this guy is like 6 something. I tell me he cannot hit the
But
ball.
here's the thing: Rashford hasn't perfected. Okay, are you telling me Rashford have perfected that offside and running space thing? Are you
No,
telling me?
I'm telling you that there's nobody in this team, this version of United, that can give him that ball.
Okay, even if he has that, has he perfected? Like, Rashford has been playing for
You
six,
won't,
7 years. Let's like
Rashford against Arsenal, even under Teta, has at least 4 or 5 goals where he's just messing with Ben White before he scores. And it's all because they were able to put him one-on-one with Ben White. So if I'm looking at Arsenal as one of the best defensive teams in the league, and Rashford is eating against my team, it's hard for me to comprehend that Rashford cannot eat against smaller teams. It just means that for some reason against smaller teams, guys don't give him what he needs. I
No,
mean,
no, no, no.
also, it's bag of
Against
milk. So he'll be fine. For those who don't understand that reference, you don't need to understand that reference. But like, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. Do you guys have any other things you want to add before we go today?
actually working from home on Wednesday just to watch all the games.
Yeah. I hope my boss does not watch this because I will not be in the office. All the best to them.
I'm at home in a work training, but I would definitely have multiple screens going on. But for me, it's interesting to see like Chelsea are just slowly going under the radar and winning games.
Please,
They're
let's
not
These
just
guys
slowly
are
let's
going.
don't talk about us. Please, let's just keep enjoying
£1
it.
billion and they are
Let's
slowly going under the radar.
let's
That's
just keep
that's something.
enjoying it. Yes,
That
yes.
is something.
Let's keep
eating
enjoying
good in
it.
the cups this season. Chelsea is going to eat good in the cups this season.
Which
That
cups?
conference league, they should give them conference league and they should give them. Are you guys still in FA Cup?
Yeah,
They have to.
the
Yeah.
UEFA.
Maricom or
Anyway,
whatever
anyway,
team.
Chelsea's record in FA Cup is insane. These guys reach finals every year. It's like if I'm a
Yeah,
Chelsea fan,
almost every 2-3 years. Even when we're
if
shit, we still
if I'm a
reach there.
Chelsea fan, I'm automatically booking final because I'm like, bro, my boys are going to be there, win or lose or draw. It's like these guys are guaranteed. It's like when you sign Chelsea contract, there's
Hey,
a FA
my
Cup
own is
clause.
win a trophy, whatever the trophy, and get top four. That's my goal this season. And let me
I
keep
mean,
enjoying this.
top four is not hard to get this year, so
So yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have top four. But yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for making time out of your busy days to be on the podcast. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. What does the people do again, guys?
Follow.
Follow. Yes, those are very important. And leave a comment if you have any thoughts, contrary or in support of Rashford and the rest of the boys that Kachi wants to continue to insult for no reason. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Footy without Trudy. And we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye guys.